Okay, so after having to let go of McLeod, I'm ready to take a look at the other end of the life cycle and see what's happening here in the breeding shed. This is Izod porking out to provide for his Matilda, who is sitting on, okay, she's not going to let me know. 3 eggs. Oh, nice. Okay. This is Bubba, whose hen Gidget, a lacewing. I'm very excited about this. Is not going to let us see. I see them losing a lot of feathers in here. Matilda's doing it too. I don't know if they're just doing a molt or what, but you know, it's kind of a new one on me. But on the other hand, we're about to hit new weather, so yesterday she had 4 eggs in there. She's not gonna let us see today though. That's really exciting. Just give me a boy. All I need is 1 boy. Okay, Bubba? Take care of business here. So let's see. This is Kelly and Butterfield. This is a fertility check for Butterfield. I don't know if he's going to be fertile or not. I've seen them mating. She laid an egg and either it broke or she destroyed it because she knew it was infertile. I don't know what, but we're waiting for a second egg or just to see what happens. Now, Kelly is famous for laying eggs in the big flight cage, but she lays eggs because she's been bred in spite of not having a nest box. So we'll see what happens with this. My plan is, since it's a fertility check, is that although I usually do not interfere with a hen sitting on eggs, if she gets a clutch and starts sitting, I will candle all of her eggs probably 8 to 10 days in to make sure something's developing. And if nothing is, then I'll pull them both. Because as I said, this is a fertility check, and if it ends up that she's sitting on blank slate eggs, he'll go in the boy's flight and she will go into the big flight to recuperate and get paired with a male that will do right by her, such as Sparky. Okay, this is Storm and Azul, and this is their beauteous babies. It looks like by the feathers, baby number 2 is also an opaline spangle. I'd love to just get an opaline and not a spangle, but with 2 single-factor spangle parents, that non-spangle baby is going to be rare. So, 2 beautiful blue yellow face. That little one has a yellow face coming in. They're both girls because they're opalines. And here's our little double-factor spangle with the yellow face gene. Oh my gosh. Isn't that a pretty baby? Hi, Diddy baby. Are you a boy? I hope so, because the other 2 are both girls. He says, I'm not speaking to you. I'm hiding. He's a cute little guy. He says, Mama's in there. Here, this is your baby. Oh, look, I chased her back out again. And she didn't bite me. Good. Okay, here is Jester. Let's see if his Sky has dropped an egg yet. She didn't the other day. She fooled me. So, I don't know. I'm going to roust her a little bit and see if there's anything going on in there. Go on, Missy. Go on. Ooh, she gets so cranky. Is there an egg under there? No, not yet. Oh, it's in the corner over there. I'm sorry, Missy. Then drop your egg over in the corner. There. Okay, we got an egg. I'm sorry. I chased her out. I was like apologizing to my little parakeet. Go back in, take care of your egg. It's good. These 2 I just brought in yesterday, so I don't expect anything, but Fluffy is a beast for producing eggs, and they're a proven fertile pair, so I'm sure good things will happen. I always have thought of Fluffy as being really big. She has a long body, and but she doesn't weigh 70 grams. She weighs about 65 grams. Whereas Sprite here has actually put on weight with age and health, so that he's up to nearly 60 grams, whereas he used to only weigh 54 grams. So, but the big thing with these 2 is feather. They're good size, don't get me wrong, and it's every possibility since Sprite came to me with a case of air sac mites so severe that he couldn't fly at 6 months of age. So his babies could come out much bigger than he is. And Fluffy has super dense feathering. She is Porky's sister, and there is so many individual feathers growing out of that bird. It's amazing. But they're short. You see her little short tail? Whereas Sprite has more traditional feathering, and that, you know, it's thinner, not as full, but his feathers are long. You see his great long tail. So I'm combining two different feather types here and looking for that chick that's going to get lots and lots of long feathers. And decent size as well. There's nothing, that 65 grams is nothing to shake a stick at. So, these two, I was ready to give up on this thing, but she actually is going in the box now. Actually, she dives in there when I go put my hand in. She considers it her safe place, I think. Go on. Oh, are you going to do it? Are you going to go in? Oh, she didn't do it this time. All right. She's very, oh, there she goes. That's her nest. Yeah, there she goes. Okay, so she is going in and out of that nest this time, which is great moves in the right direction. The question is, will she move to a point where she's going into it and staying in it? Which I believe a hen has to do to get her hormones to shift into egg-laying mode. She has to spend time inside of a nest. So I'm watching her, but we're finally seem to be moving in the right direction. I also have seen her sneeze several times. This is a bird that came to me with very bad air sac mites, and she seems to be having a relapse. Now, what I treat them with is ivermectin. And I don't want to interrupt her now that her breeding cycle is finally going in the right direction by pulling her out and treating her. But the ivermectin can cause a reduced fertility in males. I have not, there's like this word of mouth, a lie told 3 times becomes the truth on the internet, that ivermectin causes sterility in the males temporarily. But when you look for the scientific studies, the only thing you find is that ivermectin causes reduced fertility in rats. Never been tested on birds. So, but anyway, I don't want to give them ivermectin right before they're going into breeding mode. But what I've done in the past is wait until the eggs are laid, and then treat them in between the time that the last egg is laid and the first chick hatches. I have enough time to give them 2 treatments in between that time, which holds anything at bay. And then, of course, they get treated again before their babies get released back out into the big flight cage. So we will clear her up. We're not going to let her suffer, but it's not time right now. If she's going to go into breeding mode, I'm going to leave her and then treat her. I'll treat them both after those eggs are fertilized and laid, so I don't do anything bad to Scruffy's fertility. There's Buster peeking out at me. His girl is in there. On. Let me see how many eggs. 3. Nice. And she started laying like in 5 days. That says good things about Buster's fertility. When she was matched with a male that was infertile, she delayed laying for almost 3 weeks. And now I've learned to recognize that delay in laying with male infertility. There is Gray, who also came to me with a horrendous case of air sac mites, and it also has started sneezing. And now that I know that I have air sac mites, I know that's what a sneeze is. Because he's not acting like he's, you know, ill or feverish or anything, but he's starting to sneeze because his air sac mites are bothering him again. His Cloudy, who he's paired with, nearly died from an air sac mite infestation when she was about 6 weeks old when I first got her, but I didn't know what it was, but I nursed her through it by giving her antibiotics. So these two are another pair that once those eggs are fertile and she's setting, in that interval between laying eggs and hatching babies, I will treat them again for air sac mites with the ivermectin. And I'll get in 2 treatments, 6 days apart. Which should, you know, reel it in until I can treat them properly at the end of their breeding cycle with their babies. Let's see what Miss Cloudy's doing in here. She says, I am not speaking to you, and I will kill you. Get out of my nest box. Do you have an egg in there, Miss Thing? Let me see. What if I stick a pen in there instead of my fingers? She says, I will bite that pen. I will bite that pen. I don't see an egg. Let me see. I will bite that pen. Where is that? Are you sitting on an egg? Are you sitting on one? Let me see. Oh, there it is. She's sitting on an egg. Okay, okay. You can go back in there. Woohoo! 2 new eggs. 2 new nests coming on. Okay, then we have over here Hardy, whose Miss Thing was supposed to hatch a baby. Well, let's see if anything hatched. She is unwilling to share. Let me get that pen back again. That seemed to work nicely. Maybe I can just kind of shove her over a little bit. And see, oh, see, look at that. These girls do not mess around. Eggs, eggs. Oh, I see baby legs. Do you see them? I saw baby. Yes, I did. Woohoo! Excellent news. We have a new baby. Woohoo! I'll have to write that down. These 2 are going along just fine. This is Haverty and Lacey. Lacey has a giant egg bump and is in and out of the box, so she is forming an egg and she'll drop it when she gets it, and they breed all the time. So I have high hopes for my Lacewing line. Boys, think boys. And here we are with Hedwig down here, who spends a lot of time in her nest box, even though she's not really ready to lay anything yet. But Hedwig, I'm messing with your cage. Come out. Come out, wherever you are. She's not coming out. She says no. But that's the kind of spending time in the box that switches the hormones into egg formation for the hens. So I'm always looking for that extended periods in the box. There goes Lacey. She loves her box. And you know they're getting serious when you mess with their cage and they don't come out to see what you're doing. So Lacey's still playing around here. Hedwig may be getting a little more serious. But anyway, so 2 hens with first eggs laid, a brand new baby chick, and some pairs that are behaving in hopeful ways. All right, that's the chick check and egg count for today.